Hello everyone, it's Nick Sims and this is the Speed Build Rowland Studio. So in this section of the home, I decided to take a large 3-bedroom apartment and turn it into a studio. So I cut the apartment in like thirds. Probably about a third of this apartment is used for this series that I'm starting. And what I did was I started out with the kitchen immediately to the left of when you enter the home. And then I decided that that made the room way too large. So I ended up moving this whole entire area perpendicular to the entryway just so that I could make the apartment smaller. I just wall off the back and paint the ceilings dark. Don't put any light, or the walls dark, and don't put any lights in there. That helps a lot, making it seem like the space that I decorated is the only part in her apartment. It works out pretty well. Uh, so I end up changing the furniture around a little bit, and the back section that I'm putting the bed in is actually going to be the bedroom. The bathroom is actually pretty large just because I needed to go out 2 square tiles to have the um, foyer area seem like, it's actually a separate section of the house or the apartment, studio, whatever. I put a piano or a keyboard, a computer, a easel, television section, dining room. I mean, it's got pretty much all the creature comforts in it. The easel ends up in the bedroom area because the bedroom is way too large for what is currently going on in there. As you can see, I have my budget at the bottom of the screen, which is pretty much how much money she had left over after she purchased the apartment. And handy tip, if you purchase one of these apartments, one of the larger ones, and you get it unfurnished and then delete the walls and everything, you end up with more money than you started out with, which I thought was pretty cool. I went ahead and uh, kind of realized at this point that it was way too big, just way too large for the room that I was making it. So I just broke that off, and this is me moving uh, the kitchen to this small section of the home. And so when you enter the home, I'll move it over a little bit. You don't have to walk directly through the kitchen. There'll be another little entryway or another little walk through. I didn't have as many tiles, do I want to say, I want to call them? Or counters. Wow, words. Uh, as many counters in the kitchen as there's currently right now. The chairs for that dining room as well changed to something a little bit more modern. I put some accent walls on there, and I realized that I don't want the dining room section to be, or not the dining room section, the computer section to be where it's currently at, and I'll just move it to right next to the bedroom area, really close to the bathroom, because it's only a one-tiled computer anyways. Those are the chairs that I stick to, and I'm starting to decorate the room and put a couple of paintings up, and this is where I realize I'm like, yeah, that's just a little bit too big. A little too big, and I don't like how the kitchen is just too large as well. I just delete 2 of the counters, or the lengthwise, and then I just do that same thing where I cut off the rest of the kitchen and I extend the foyer a little bit. So I moved that photo, and I kind of just stuck that entryway table right there. Put a couple of plants in here and a quote rack, and I just trying to figure out how to make this apartment kind of look furnished but still bare at the same time because this is her first studio apartment, and I'll go on explaining it a little bit more um, in the first episode of the Let's Play, the story behind everything that's there. I use this orange accent wall, and instead of putting the tile behind the kitchen white, I change it to green. I'm gonna move the bedroom a little bit. I'm gonna extend the wall because I'm trying to figure out how I want to divide this space, because once I'm putting a bookcase in, I'm like, yeah, this is a little excessive. So I try to break the bedroom up just a little bit more and move the living room section off, and I was like, no, that's not gonna work either. That's not gonna work either. So um, what I end up doing is I actually just use that wall and turn the bed around so it's kind of hidden. That way you have a little bit of privacy in this section. And I don't use those, uh, what are they called? Dividers that are currently there. I use the ones that stretch the whole entire ceiling, and they're the slats. This is me just kind of looking through to see what I wanted to divide those. So I'm going to put them in, and I think I take them out, and then I put them in again, or I try to change their color. I feel like black is probably just the best for this build specifically. I was thinking about changing the TV around, but I was like, no, that's going to block the view, and then you're not going to be also able to walk through the dining room section into the living room. And chuck a painting up here, just trying to fill up a little bit of space with what money we have left. Some plants in there, because who doesn't love plantsies? I think those 3 plants go away. Maybe. We'll see. Some rugs to help with the acoustics of the room, and just another painting on this wall just to, fill some space up. And as we move along further in the series and she develops more style, gets a little bit more money, that's what's gonna happen. So we'll just fill everything up, and these are just the screenshots of the home. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you watch here. Thanks for watching.